Hello and welcome to the 25th Crusader Kings 3 Dev Diary. So in this one we're going to be talking about the map features and map modes, and yeah, in the background of this image at least, oh good lord, that map looks really quite interesting. I wonder if that's going to be in game. Let's scroll down and find out. Hello everyone, today I, Emil Tisander, am here to talk to you a bit about the map, building on top of our early map-related dev diary, which is number 2. I'll expand on that discussion by outlining additional features, new information, and how you interact with the map itself. Most disappointing dev diary because it was confirmed that WASD is going to be in the game, and I can't stand it. The WASD should be used for map modes, and not moving the map around. Whatever, move on. Terrain. Let's start with the terrain, which has a significant impact on several parts of the game. Different terrain types allow for different buildings to be constructed. Oh, yes. Oh, I love this. I love this so goddamn much. This is what I want for all Paradox games. Yes. For example, farmland allows for superior economy buildings, while mountainous terrain unlocks rather impressive defensive structures. Awesome. Like, yes. I wonder what else you could do. Logger camps in forests, kind of thing. I don't know. But, like, there's a lot of possibilities here. Hills should be also pretty defensible. You might be able to build mines in hills or mountains. Like, there's a lot of possibilities here. And, yeah, no, having different terrain types, being able to build different buildings is perfect. Every province shouldn't be exactly the same just because it's got the same different terrain, you know? Yeah, no, perfect. I want this in, like, all Paradox games. They also have an effect on development, making development change faster or slower over time. Expect it to be a massive undertaking of developing the Sahara, while developing the fertile lands of India will be a much easier task. As for combat, one of the most noticeable, Jesus, my words today, effects of that is combat width. Actually, not the same as other Paradox games, because wasn't that removed in EU4 and it's never been a thing in Parada? It's good to see it back because combat width is really quite important. If you're a smaller nation, you want to hold those mountain passes, not just for the bonus to defensiveness, but because combat width is a thing and you won't be flanked. Like, it's kind of crap that they removed that from EU4, to be honest. When you are fielding a much larger army than your opponent, you'll favour a high combat width, so you'll want to seek to engage the enemy in plains or drylands. On the other hand, fighting in rough terrain like mountains or wetlands will restrict the number of units that can simultaneously engage the enemy, allowing small armies with powerful men-at-arms to truly excel. Terrain also affects army movement speed, along with the usual defensive bonus you would expect in rough terrain types, which is gained in the form of increased advantage at the start of a battle. I really like the combat system. The more I think about it, the more I like it. I do sort of wish that we still had the 3 flanks kind of thing that we had in CK2, but advantages I'm totally for. They look cool. So, terrain types. We have farmlands, has access to many different and powerful buildings, allowing you to easily customize your holding the way you want it. Paired with high development speed, farmland provinces are highly desirable to hold in your domain. We've got floodplains, another desirable terrain type used in certain areas such as along the Nile. Similar in power to farmlands, but with some minor differences. Probably more food would be my guess. Plains are one of the most common terrain types. Plains exist almost everywhere and provide a wide range of building options. Drylands have different building options. Deserts don't offer a whole lot in terms of taxes, supply limit, or development. It does have access to levies and a unique building chain, increasing your number of available knights. Why? I don't understand why. What this has to do with deserts, but whatever. Oases. These exist only in certain areas. Yeah, I mean, that kind of applies to everywhere, but whatever. This terrain has access to similar buildings as the desert, but without the penalties in supply limit or development. The steppe is mostly used by tribals on the wide steppe, and it's where horse archers reign supreme. Steppe starts with low development and has a significant penalty in development growth. Forest has lower combat width and supply limit, but offers great buildings for improving archers and skirmishers. Taiga is found in the northern parts of the map with lower combat width and supply limit. Jungles found in India, less combat width. It does, however, access to a certain unique building chain for improving your knights and heavy cav. Why? No, seriously, why? Why would jungle have a unique building for knights and heavy cav? Like, what is the relationship there? It kind of feels like they're just adding things because they just needed to make them different. So here, have a building. I don't get it. Really don't get it. Hills offer a small advantage bonus in combat and has access to both fortifications and decent tax buildings. Mountains has great fortifications and defensive buildings. Desert mountains, similar to mountains, lower supply limit, development growth, as well as a bonus that allows defending armies to take less casualties when retreating. Wetlands still allow for some decent buildings. It's a terrain type you don't want to fight battles in if you can avoid it, especially if there's a risk of being on the losing side. That'll be the pursuit phase of combat. You're going to get wrecked in wetlands, I guess. Alright, fair enough. What are we looking at here? Farmlands has plus 50% supply limit, 20% development growth per month. Movement speed and combat width is 100%. Fair enough. We've got wetlands here, negative 25 supply limit, negative 25 development. Movement speed goes down to 70%, combat width is 60%. There's some attacker and defender modifiers. Fair enough. I like it. Good stuff. Context-sensitive selection. We want it to be easy to gain information directly from the map. Whenever you change map modes or have something selected, we update the map accordingly and allow you to often interact with the map itself. Clicking on the map in any given realm will open that ruler's character view. This in turn allows you to see rulers he is at war with, his allies, or direct vassals. All of this is shown directly on the map and is selectable. Though you do not have to rely on finding it on the map, we still show relations and everything in the interface as well. Okay. Is that like a right-click action, or is that a left-click action? I don't know. Would be interesting. But I do like this. So you've selected Castile. Shows you where his primary holdings are, shows who he's allied with, perhaps, who he's at war with. Yeah, no, this is a pretty nice UI. Instead of having it be, this guy's an ally, so he's colored all in blue. This guy's an enemy, so he's all red, which gets a little bit iffy sometimes. Yeah, no, this is cool. This applies to everything we show on the map. Regardless of your map mode, you can always click to select the entity you're looking at. If you have the Faith map mode active, you can click on a Faith to open the interface for it, as well as seeing where its holy sites are located. I imagine this might even do something to show this Faith is hostile, this one is just a stray, this one is evil. Maybe on that map mode as well. Could be fun. So the Realm map mode. Your bread and butter map mode is what we simply call the Realm map mode. When zoomed in, you'll encounter what we call the detail level, and we see the map for what it is. Terrain of individual baronies, rivers and holdings. Graphics are all clearly visible. Very nice. Looks cool. Zoom out a bit and you'll transition into the Realms layer, your typical political map mode. Realms are clearly highlighted with their colour, allowing you to easily see all the independent realms at a glance, while still showing the coat of arms of your direct vassals to allow for easy realm management. This is probably what I'm mostly going to be playing at. I love this kind of map where the colors are still there, but you can also see the terrain. That wasn't always possible with EU4. That's why I like to use the transparent political map mode mod. But in Imperator and also clearly in CK, you can see the terrain underneath. So yeah, no, perfect, love it, fantastic. Zoom out further and you'll enter the paper map mode. This is the place to go for a rather fancy overview of the world or excellent screenshots. Only independent realms are shown without any vassal breakdowns. For now, we'll just tease you with a partial picture, as we'll show the entire thing in a later dev diary. And yes, we got the mandatory sea monsters, and good lord, is that not fucking beautiful. I love this so much. This looks phenomenal. And I can't wait to see this map mode being used for all manner of things. Like, people are going to create 1444 mods to see what, you know, EU4 would look like in this map mode. People will do the same for Imperator starting situation just to see what the map looks like in the paper map mode. This paper map mode is oh so fucking good. I love it. This is really, really nice stuff. Especially with the sea monsters. Oh, so cool. So cool. Other map modes. We've got, they remain consistent in the information they show you as you zoom in and out, and do not have the level dependency of realms. If you have the Faith map mode open, you're going to want to see your faiths regardless of your zoom level. You still get the spectacular paper map mode when you zoom further out, but the information shown on the map will remain the same. Good. I like it. As you'd expect, we have a dedicated map mode showing the de jure areas of duchies, kingdoms, and empires. We've got faiths, cultures. We've now got houses, which I like. That's a good new map mode. We've got counties. We've got terrain. Shows all terrain types in different colors. So a simple terrain map mode. Good. We've got governments, and we've got developments. Very nice. This is the houses map mode. We've got the Jimina, Aftersid, Abadid. I like it. That's good. That is very nice to have that. That's it for today. I'll be back next week with another map-related entry. More map stuff. I want to see that paper map more. Or I plan to simply show you, well, everything regarding the scope of the map and how different parts of the world looks. Let's go back to that map. Such a good-looking map. Fantastic. I also have picked out some developer comments from the forums as they've started working somewhat. We still don't have the ability to search only for dev comments, so you're welcome that I took the time to find them. Yeah, no, they really need to add that feature back into the new forum layout. It's absolutely awful not having it. I want it back, please. Pretty please. Yeah. But yeah, that map is just, it's gorgeous. Anyway, let's have a look at these different map modes. So, first, not map modes, dev comments. Will we be able to break down realms into subrealms by holding control and left clicking on them? That was a very cool CK2 feature. Control left and right clicking is still available in realm map mode. Very nice. Will the map modes for things like control, the old revolt risk map mode was very useful. Listed map modes are the ones we have available at the moment, though we always evaluate the need for additional map modes. So no revolt risk map mode. That is odd, but okay. Will there be more map modes in general? I also think about economy. I really hope we're not subscribing to the Stellaris school of we need to cut back on map modes. Yeah, that was a really shitty thing that Stellaris did. Everyone only plays in one map mode. There's never a need to do anything else. Not for what we have planned right now, but again, if we feel the need to add additional map modes, we will. Will there be hotkeys for these map modes? Yes, there are hotkeys for them. They should be, you know, the fucking letter keys, but they're probably going to be the fucking F keys. They had it nailed with EU4 how to do hotkeys. Well, not nailed. I mean, they still needed some help from Arumba, but they had it nailed and they completely cocked it up. WASD is not used for moving the pissing map around. That is the end of it. I don't care if you disagree. Anyway, another comment. What does create new holding mean? These are empty pieces of land that you may construct a new building holding in, where you can choose to build a new castle, city, or temple. Anglo-Saxon England not using the 3 Lions coat of arms. Oh, that's actually something I want to go and check out. Can you even see that here? Yes. We have the white dragon. We have the white dragon. Yes. This is totally going to be my first playthrough. 100%. 100%. Yes. Also, yeah, no 3 lions. That's interesting change. And a perfect one because I got my white dragon. Yeah, I love it. Fantastic. Yes, this is where the profile picture of my channel comes from. The white dragon of England. So it's great. I love it. It's fantastic. Anyway, back to the comments. I see we have a counties map. Please do a duchies map too. We have a de jure map mode for each tier. County, duchy, kingdom, and empire. I probably didn't make that clear in the original post. Good. Fantastic. Okay. So I was a bit worried that we weren't going to have that, but yeah. If there are there, then good. I'd love to hear more about the buildings that are associated with the different terrains. Is there a separate diary for later? We don't plan to cover buildings in any diary. Why the fuck not? You covered literally every single bloody perk that you could get. And just like in the last Dev Diary, where it's like, oh, there's too many tenets and doctrines to cover in Dev Diaries. There's too many buildings to cover in Dev Diaries. Well, there clearly wasn't too many pissing perks. Except there was. I would get it if you didn't do it with perks, but you did, and it took forever to get through them. You could probably do all buildings in one Dev Diary, but whatever. Is there something particular you're curious about? Yeah, all of them. just all of them. Alright, and finally, alright, this is looking cool. What does development do, and how does CK3 treat supply limit? Will it be like Imperator Rome? Development is a value representing the infrastructure and technological advancements of a county, increasing taxes, levies, and supply limit. Supply limit is very similar to our other games. If your army is large enough to go above the supply limit, the army will lose supply. When the supply of the army is low, it will start to take attrition. Not really like Imperator Rome then. Imperator has the food system now, which is better than anything these guys have. I think the food system is phenomenal. It's just not really done superbly. That's a topic for Imperator though. But yeah, just the same as the others. It's fine. Regarding the map transitions, could you make them into switching modes with hotkeys instead of a distance? There's no option for doing it, though I think the game should be moddable enough for you to be able to switch out some of the behavior. Interesting. That's good. More moddableness is always appreciated. And will the paper map be toggleable in the settings? I'm sure many people love the aesthetic, and CK2 had popular mods for it, but I'm not really a fan personally. Well, you're a heretic then. We do not have an option for it, no. It should be fairly easy to mod it, though, to replace it with something less fancy and possibly less distracting, or not have it show up at all. I mean, yeah, if it's moddable, like that it shows up at a certain zoom level, just set that zoom level to like fucking 99 or whatever, or 1,000,000 or some whatever, like stupid huge number that is past what it currently is. And then, yeah, just keep zooming out, you hit your max, and then the paper map mode would be above the max. Makes sense. But that is all for this Dev Diary. I am quite happy. I think this specifically looks fucking awesome, and I can't wait to see other games and other just mods use this. Specifically, I'm thinking of things like the Warhammer world, the Witcher world, the A Song of Ice and Fire world, these kind of things. I'd love to see this paper map style be applied to those maps. That'd be awesome to see. But I would love to know your thoughts. Are you with me? Do you think this looks awesome? Or are you with that other heretic guy who thinks it isn't? Personally, like I said, I think it looks fucking gorgeous, and I'd love to know your thoughts. So leave them down in the comments below. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you want to keep up to date with all CK3 news and updates, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.